Any other public comment?
Yeah, my name's Les Williams. I live out in Hunter's Ridge, and I just had a general question to the city attorney here. I just found out today that they're bringing the preliminary plat going back to planning and zoning, and I was just curious how that came about, and if they did send it back, or if they are sending it back to planning and zoning. Is there any changes going on with that, or?
I've not seen anything that's been submitted.
Haven't seen anything that's been submitted, but my understanding is going back on the 21st of October first. Is that correct, or?
I haven't seen the agenda or anything that's submitted. If it's on the agenda, it's going back.
Does any of the aldermen here know that it's going back to planning and zoning by chance? No? Well, I was just told that today, about 3 hours ago, from the city hall, so.
It's my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, that you've reviewed the documentation for the Hunters Ridge issue, and
yes,
that you made the recommendation for it to be sent back?
Yes.
Okay, but you have not seen...
What has been submitted? No.
But you've seen the original, I take it?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's what's being sent back.
Okay.
So is that what the deal is? Is going back as original? 108 homes, all that good stuff?
That's what it would appear to be.
Really? Okay. And another thing is, okay, if the planning and zoning board, I mean not the planning and zoning board, but if it's already on the agenda to come up on the 21st of October, none of the residents out there know anything about it. I just happened to go into City Hall today and just ask a question about what was going on, and they told me it was going to be on the agenda on the 21st. So now my understanding is Cat Construction already knows about it, and the city obviously knows about it, but the residents of Hunter's Ridge don't know nothing about it. So I would just like in the future, which was already explained to us before that, if anything came up, that we would definitely know about it. And we're last on the loop, it seems, which we're the ones that are being affected by it, so.
Matt, I got a quick question for you. Did they say, when you found out today, was it a public hearing?
It's supposedly it's coming up on the agenda.
It's supposed to be a public hearing on the 21st. They're not voting on anything, correct?
I don't know. Are they? That's my question.
We had the conversation that it was supposed to be a public hearing when we had the discussion last time that they should go back to planning and zoning and they should have a public hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, supposedly they're going to present the preliminary plat and the final plat the same night. So that tells me that they're going to probably vote on it, no?
They can.
They can vote on it.
Yes.
So is it a public hearing, or is it just to pass it or not?
And then have a public hearing.
You can have a public hearing and a vote at the same time.
At the same time. So is that how we're going to put it across? It's going to be both a public hearing and a vote? Or do we not know that yet?
They haven't advertised a public hearing, to my knowledge, even if they post it, which I don't think they're supposed to do in planning and zoning. So I know there hasn't been a public hearing on this in the Odessa. Maybe, I don't know anything about that.
So my thing is, okay, obviously someone knows about this, and I'm hoping that the city council here knows about it, but
it wouldn't be unusual. The way the process works is you would never know what's going to go on the P&Z agenda. That would be their agenda, and an application for plat approval would be put on that agenda at the request of the developer. That's the normal way that works. So, and I don't know anything about any advertising for a public hearing or anything like that, but that would be the way it would go. The developer would request that it be placed on the P&Z agenda. The P&Z would act upon it. Depending on their actions, it would come to the Board of Aldermen. That would be the natural process, and the board would not know what's going to be on the P&Z agenda because you never see it until they do.
okay, so as of right now, obviously the builder has not asked to put it on the agenda that you know of.
I'm not aware of what the builder's asked. Sybil Wilson would be the one to ask on that. She's not here tonight.
Wow.
I know it's going to be on the agenda. From my knowledge,
Right.
it was in review by the city attorney. He's made the recommendation for it to go back to P&Z,
Okay.
if I'm speaking correctly.
And Sybil is the one that told me tonight that it is going back on the agenda on the 21st of October.
Now, the question I would have for the city attorney, yes, are you, do you think there needs to be a public hearing again on this issue, or do you think
Yes.
they just need to review?
I think it needs to be a public hearing.
Okay, so right now, basically, you're recommending that it should be a public hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, again, let me clarify.
Right.
You can have a public hearing and a vote at the same meeting.
Right. So I just want to make sure that the right hand is talking to the left hand and the left hand is talking to the right hand, because it doesn't seem like that's what goes on for some reason in this town.
Les.
But anyway.
Les, it has to go to the planning and zoning first.
Correct.
So it would be on their agenda, not the board's agenda.
Okay.
They do their thing, then it comes to the board.
Okay. So if we exclude the alderman, the city administrator, the mayor, I would think would know what's going on with this as of the 21st of October. So.
You guys will all be notified in your
Okay,
neighborhood.
that's our main.
We
concern.
have made notification in the past for every meeting, so.
Right.
You're notified, and we are going to be doing that, so.
Okay. I just, at least give us some time so we can kind of get our ducks in a row, you know, not the last minute, like the last time it happened.
Well, you're welcome to spread the word right now.
Oh, I'm definitely. All right, thank you.
Notice according to the ordinance, plus it has to be published in one newspaper. Can't be less than 15 days, that's what I read.
Is this one of those cases where we have to have a publication in advance, or can we have a public hearing like we did with the CRT zone, where we just announced it for an upcoming meeting?
I would go ahead and have a formal public hearing.
Okay, so then that would indicate that we couldn't do it on the 21st.
If you have a,
It'd have to be next month, November.
yes.
Thank you for knowing the ordinance.
You gotta read them.
I agree. I'm not finished.
Any other public comment?